you doing, guys? Dick Linky here, representative of Save Point Games, and before we get started on Devil May Cry 5, I wanted to step outside and enjoy the actual first snowfall of 2019. So let's head on inside and check out Devil May Cry 5. And I'm Dick Linky here with
Xzadion Omega.
And we are playing what tonight?
We are playing Devil May Cry 5, aka the best one so far.
Like it, huh?
I love it.
Love it.
Yeah.
So who's the actual, who made it?
This was done by Capcom.
Okay, I like Capcom.
You do. They've done a lot of stuff that you like.
Yes, like Street Fighter.
Oh, that's right.
The best.
I always forget that they're the guys that did Street Fighter.
Actually, I gotta go with Mortal Kombat over Street Fighter, but Street Fighter has more nostalgic value to me.
Street Fighter is the better game. Sorry.
Yeah, there we go. Well, you have it, folks. Two opinions on what makes a fighting game good.
From one person who actually plays them, and from another person who does not.
Alright. So who do we have here?
That's Nero. Do you remember the kid from the fourth game?
No.
Oh boy. Well, that's him now. He
All
looks like
grown
that.
up with gray hair.
They
Awesome.
all look like that.
Yes.
Except for like V back there actually, being a person.
Yeah.
So rather than try to take anybody through the story mode, which I've already beaten, we're going to go ahead and do what's called the Bloody Palace mode, which I feel like you're going to enjoy.
I will enjoy it.
Because it's just straight combat for days. No
Very
story.
Nice. Very nice.
You don't have to try to understand the story at all.
Right. Good, good, good. So what kind of game is this, What kind of game is this?
That's actually a good question and a fun one. Most people would call it hack and slash. In a lot of circles, it's called a spectacle fighter.
Okay.
Because the combat is based in style for the most part. But I just usually end up calling it a hack and slash, and then game journalisms call it character action.
Oh, very, very nice.
Yeah. So, to answer your question,
This was released very long ago, wasn't it?
No, this was released back in March. It's July.
Yes.
So this game is not even 6 months old.
And does this come as a physical copy only, or can you download it?
You can download it. That's actually what I had to do because my local game retailer just completely screwed up my order.
Shall we name names, everybody?
No, we shouldn't, because that's been redacted.
Redacted. Alright. Well, very nice. Well, so far the graphics are pretty decent.
The graphics are beautiful.
But let's get into some of the gameplay and see what the graphics actually look like.
Yes. So, for the most part, the graphics are done in what was called the RE engine. I haven't played this in so long, so I don't remember how to play. We're going to go with my usual style when I play this character, which is just hold your index and middle finger over the triangle and square buttons and just jam on them.
There you go.
And hope that something good happens. Which of course it will, because it's V, and we love him.
Graphics are good. Looks like...
Looks like?
It does, it looks good.
Yeah. So, the thing with the RE engine is they usually use this kind of way to make graphics for Resident Evil.
Yeah.
So, like, this was the engine they made Resident Evil 7 in, which you haven't played, but I feel like you would like.
Yes. Probably. How are the mechanics?
Mechanics are great. As you can see, they're very easily cheesed.
Yeah? What does that mean?
For people like me who don't really do skill games. Why can't I lock on? I've forgotten how to lock on. This is lock on.
Very, very nice.
Yes.
You have a gun?
Not as V, I don't. Instead, I have a bird that will shoot things for me, and a panther that will also shoot things for me.
I see the panther.
Yes. His name is Shadow. The bird's name is Griffin. I love them both. They're my children.
Oh, very nice. How was the gameplay?
Yeah? I like the gameplay, but the problem is that I'm not very good at Devil May Cry. So anyone who sees me playing this and actually knows what they're doing will probably be deeply ashamed of my performance. But I enjoy the story enough that I'm willing to absolutely let the fact that I suck at the game slide.
Well, let's talk a little bit about story. What's going on here?
Well, this isn't any kind of story, which is probably for the best.
Yeah, well, let's say the game.
Sure.
About the game.
So in the game, there is a demonic tree that has spawned in some kind of European town, and at the base of it, there's some kind of demon devil thing. Oh god, how do I move? And Dante got sent in to handle it by the guy that I'm playing as.
Yeah.
And that kind of screwed up, and then nobody knew where Dante was, and the kid from the fourth game, Nero, was supposed to go back him up. Hi, Paju. We can edit this.
No, it's fine. Oh, yeah, definitely. So anyway, yeah, go ahead.
So the kid from the fourth game was supposed to go and back him up, and what ended up happening was he teams up with this girl in a van, and also the guy that I'm playing as, to go find Dante and also go save the world from a demon tree.
A demon tree.
Yeah, it's about as dumb as it sounds.
It sounds pretty dumb.
I'm literally just here for, like, the characters, because I've been attached to them since Devil May Cry 3.
And what system did that come on?
PS2, the best system.
The best system?
I'm not wrong, am I lying?
Well, what are you asking?
Oh, that's true. That's not your nostalgia bait.
That's not. That's okay. I'm sure there's plenty of people out there that would agree with you. PS2 is the best.
Oh.
Well, let's see. I think it's a great system, honestly.
Yeah.
It really is. It's a great system, hands down.
Thank you. So, I should probably explain the Bloody Palace mechanics.
Yeah, you should.
Because this might look confusing to anybody. So, how it goes is that you have a certain amount of time to kill everything that's in any given stage.
Okay.
And depending on your performance, which includes speed, you are able to get more time added to your clock.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so basically I'm running on the time limit. Which is why I should probably start cheating a little.
He walks very slowly, I've noticed.
He does. To spare anybody who may not have had the pleasure of playing this game, at this moment he's not at full power.
I give it the graphics. Firm 9.
Oh yeah, that's why a lot of people call this a spectacle fighter rather than anything else.
Yeah, this is ridiculous.
Because like it's a visual trip. It's good to look at.
Tons of colors.
Yeah,
and textures.
And this is just the one guy, and honestly, he's the odd man out. He doesn't play like the other two.
Really?
Yeah, because there are 3 playable characters in this.
Yeah.
One of them is Dante, one of them is Nero from the 4th game, and one of them is this guy V.
Yeah. Does V stand for anything, or?
Kind of. Basically, we're gonna go ahead and spoil the game, so
Spoiler alert.
Skip to this point in the video. 3, 2, 1. But basically, V is 1/2 of Virgil, also from the 3rd game.
Oh, yes.
So it kind of stands for something, and it's not that he doesn't know it right now, but he was basically screwing around Dante and Nero so that they would take him to the demon at the bottom of the demon tree, who is the other half of Virgil, so that they could reunite and make Virgil, and Virgil could take over the world.
Okay.
That was the plan. It didn't work out.
No, it didn't work out?
Yeah, no, because Virgil's the bad guy and he's not allowed to win.
Oh, gotcha. I think basic rules, you're not allowed to win.
See, but like, here's the thing. They humanized the crap out of Virgil in this game, and I really like that because I enjoyed him in the reboot that they did for Devil May Cry, which nobody really pays attention to anymore.
Yeah.
And like, that's kind of interesting, because this game basically took the reboot and said, like, you have no right to exist anymore.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh. What's with all the new records? I've noticed all those on the right-hand side.
Basically with it's basically just saying, like, hey, you've played this before, and I'm like, yeah. And they were like, you're doing better this time. And it's like, thank you.
So, how do you actually lose this? By dying?
You can either lose this by dying, so they can just take down your HP, which they haven't really yet, or the timer can run out.
Oh yes, yes. Which isn't good.
Yeah, and basically you want to do really well on these earlier levels, so that you actually have time to, you know...
Not have spawns like this?
Right. Which is probably another sign that I should be cheating again.
This huge mob.
I've actually lost control of... Oh, these here. Okay, there he is. Hi. Hi. Can you not do that? Oh, I did not mean to actually get on this thing. That was a mistake. Yeah, oh, there we go. That feels better. Oh, God. Oh, we're not good at this game. Oh. Oh yeah, that thing's stealing health from the other enemies around it.
Really?
Yeah. So, the enemy mechanics on this are, like, very unique as well. Where are my guys? Oh, shoot. That's why my panther's not helping me. He was dead.
We'll do it.
Get him.
So is this a good game compared to what you typically play, or what you typically like or dislike?
It's very similar to the things that I usually like, but the thing is that, like, the moment that I beat the game, I forgot all about it.
Why? Really, why?
Because it's a story-based game, and once the story was over, there was nothing to really think about.
Huh.
A lot of people would say that the Bloody Palace mode is something to think about, but as someone who isn't very bothered by skill in terms of how this game goes, it was nothing I didn't really... It was nothing I needed.
Do you consider this a noteworthy game?
Yes.
You do?
Yes.
It is something you can invest yourself in?
For sure.
Yes.
Not to the point where I'm willing to be very good at it, but enough to the point where I'm willing to tell everybody I've ever met to play it.
Is it a game that once you turn it off, kind of like you're saying no, but once you turn it off, you think about wanting to play it again, or is it one of those things that just sits in the corner until something better?
A little bit. It's something where if someone says, oh, I've never played that, I will immediately, like, set aside time to get them to play it.
Yeah.
But if they've already played it, we're like, yeah, that game was good, and then never have to think about it again.
So you recommend it, definitely?
Oh, hands down. Oh, shit. Yep, that's the death. Yes,
Oh.
I do recommend this game, even if I'm not very good at it, because I enjoy what the story did for Devil May Cry as a franchise.
Yeah.
And I think that the characters are very compelling.
Huh.
All the time.
Who's your favorite character?
V, of course.
Oh, really? Okay.
Well, V/Virgil. It depends.
What separates them?
So, plot-wise, V is supposed to be Virgil's human side. That's his humanity. So,
Wow.
yeah,
Okay.
so that's like the part of him that, like, misses his mom.
Is that his shaggin' wagon?
No, that's actually Nico's shaggin' wagon.
Ah.
Nico is the girl that Nero teams up with for the adventure.
Nico what?
Nico, she's,
Nico, okay.
yeah, I can hunt down her character model, actually. Let's do that real quick before we get back in here. So, let's go. So that's the wagon. They all just chill in there, for the most part.
They're like a band.
They are kind of like a band, to the point where I've written stories where they are a band. It's pretty dumb.
So, but it is noteworthy enough for you to, like, branch out and, like, write a story, or...
Oh, yeah, because like I said, the plot and characters are the best thing. So this is Nico.
Yes. I like that she smokes.
Yeah, she smokes and she has an accent, and that's actually her handiwork. She makes the arms that Nero uses.
Oh. So she's very intelligent.
She is. She's the total package. I love her a lot.
Mechanically inclined.
Yeah, the sad thing is that you don't get to play as her.
Oh, that is sad.
Which would probably mostly just be, that would probably just end up being, like, running over everything.
Yeah. So again, like, so what separates them?
Oh, so V is supposed to be Virgil's humanity.
Gotcha.
And so that's, like, the part of him that's, like, emotional and misses his mom, and, like, because their mom died when they were, like, 6. So, like, that's the part of him that's, like, very just sad and upset all the time. And I just find that very interesting that he, like, tried so hard to divorce himself from feeling sadness that he literally divorced himself from feeling sadness and basically took everything in him that could feel things like sadness and, like, regret and shame and just literally took it out of his own body. Like, that was interesting to me.
Wouldn't that be wonderful if we could do that in real life, huh? Every bad experience, every whatever, just get rid of it, set it aside.
Yeah, but I mean, at the same time, like, without stuff like that, you know, we wouldn't be able to appreciate the good stuff, and everything would just kind of blur together. It would be very unfortunate.
Which brings me to my next topic. Tonight's game is being brought to me by Natty Daddy, which is nice and chilled in a mug set off to the side during this wonderful Let's Play Sunday.
This video is not sponsored by Natty Daddy.
No, but it should be. Alright? So with that being said, you know, do you like the game?
Of course.
Scale of 1 to 10.
Solid 8.
Solid 8.
Solid 8.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Are there any better hack and slash games over this one?
Yes, and I'm gonna catch some flack for this because my answer is DMC Devil May Cry, the reboot.
Oh.
The reboot that they released before this one made it essentially obsolete.
Huh. Okay.
No, there's like this huge amount of contention for whether or not that reboot should even exist, and I think it should because I liked the story and I liked the gameplay. And it's also a solid 8, in that I loved it when I had it, and then the minute I finished it, I forgot all about it, except to, like, write some stories to appease Bree for a little bit.
Really? Huh.
Yeah.
Very, very nice.
So we're switching tacks a little bit, and we're gonna play for a bit as Nero.
Okay. So let's check this part out.
Yeah.
I love how the tires are Devil May Cry tires.
Yeah. I'm not sure how Nico got her hands on them, but I like them a lot.
Custom made. Tire warehouse.
She probably made them herself.
Probably.
Knowing Nico.
That's true. She's very smart, as we've discussed earlier. Very, very mechanically inclined.
That's interesting.
Now, who's this?
This is Nero. He's from Devil May Cry 4.
Oh.
He is actually Nero's son.
So do you think that's his real hair color, or do you think that's Boggs?
I'm considering that both Virgil and Dante and their dad have that hair color. I'm assuming that's real.
I think we can go with that. You guys can leave a comment below letting us know if you feel that that hair is real, or if it's a box job. Alright? Very nice, very nice. So if you could make one improvement to this game, what would that improvement be? And no, the cat cannot be included in this.
Oh, damn, because that was going to be my inclusion, would be I want more stuff about the Panther.
Yes.
I'm going to go ahead, because I don't really have an eye for it, except for, you know, maybe making the mechanics a little bit more fluid. It's not to say this isn't a very fluid game, it's just that I'm not very fluid, as you can see. Or, if I can't have that, I would want maybe Virgil to be playable, or Lady and Trish from 3 and 1 to be playable.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Yeah, so basically either, like, more playable ladies or Virgil.
Huh.
Or make it more fluid.
That's good. I mean, that's a good improvement. That's it?
Like, in terms of, I guess I could get more specific in terms of what I mean by fluid. So, I like the game, but the reason that I tend to like the reboot over, this is that the reboot had a lot more, it felt better to move. It was easier to move around and it felt a lot better. And I think that the reason for a lot of that, I do not remember how to play as Nero.
Okay.
The reason for that fluidity is because there was a lot more. Are you pouring beer into the mic?
You guys hear that?
I hope they don't.
That's beer flowing from the can to the
Pouring
stein.
beer over my opinions.
So go ahead, continue, please.
So the reason that the reboot had better fluidity of motion is because you had options. Like, Nero's jump, like, you can see that. It's very, like, stiff. It's very stocky. It's a vertical leap. Which is fine, but, you know, there's better options out there.
Okay.
And DMC the reboot DMC had those better options. Oh, I want to say 2012, 2013.
And which game was this of again?
This was the Devil May Cry franchise reboot, so technically like a reboot of 1 to 3's story.
Okay.
They did not include 4, which is why Nero's not in the reboot, which is a little sad.
Now, do you know if you can buy that in a store, or where can someone get a copy of that?
Nowadays, you would have to find it in a used store or get lucky at GameStop, because it's on the last console generation.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, wait, no, you know what? I'm totally lying, because they did they made a reboot, or remastering of it as well. That came out in, like, 2015.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, they just, like, polished up the graphics and included Virgil's DLC.
That was a beautiful thing you just fought right now. I wish it was stronger.
Yeah.
That was beautiful. I love that scissors. What the hell? That was creativity.
I mean, I thought that would be as well.
Yeah.
And the fight lasted longer there, too.
Yeah. I'm looking for some creativity. I'm seeing a little bit here. I mean, they don't go out on a limb, but I mean, it's pretty good.
Well, these things are kind of airlifted from a couple of other DMC titles, so these are basically just continuity porn for anybody who cares about that.
Yeah, yeah.
I'd say if I was gonna throw out points for like mob creativity, I don't know its name, but you fight it pretty early on in the game, and it's like this weird stone angel snake harpy thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it actually turns out to be one of your teammates.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
It turns out to be Lady from Devil May Cry 3.
Gotcha. Lady?
Yeah, you remember her.
Yes. So how do you think about the sound?
I like the sound. I like the soundtrack.
Okay.
How the soundtrack tends to work is it, does the generic video game thing. Like, just, here's music. Here's tense music for tense moments. I have no creativity in dealing with these things. But, the other part of that is that in, character fights, like, so when you're fighting as somebody instead of just doing a thing, there will be different songs that play.
Oh, okay.
So each character has their own little fight song. Nero has the theme of the game, which is, I think it's just called Pull My Devil Trigger.
Really?
Which was great.
Huh.
Like, just universally well received.
Yes.
And then, I don't remember his, but I always attached more to that one because it's got a more unique sound.
Yeah.
It's like more screaming and yelling and like a little bit more visceral, which I appreciate. I should start cheesing it. Oh god, I don't remember how. How are we doing this? Oh!
Very nice.
I don't remember how to activate his stuff. How do we activate his stuff? Oh shoot. Oh, I am running through these. This isn't going well. Okay, so we're out of that. And then Dante's was a song called Subhuman.
Yeah.
Which they did. Like, they made the song, Bloody-hoo. Why can't I? Oh, that's unique. Look at that.
Wow.
Hello, my baby. Hello, my honey.
Hello, my ragtime gal.
Oh, God. Okay. I'm not playing this the way it's meant to.
It's alright. It's alright. It's a let's play. I mean, Alright, so what's the game's biggest weakness?
Lack of playable Virgil. Virgil's not playable, which was a huge disappointment given that getting to play as him was a huge reward in other games.
Okay.
And also, what's the other half of that? If this game has a big weakness, it's that it doesn't give enough focus to the things that I like.
Okay, like what?
Well, V for one thing. I like him a lot, and so I feel like he should get more attention rather than just Nero whining. Oh, speaking of Nero whining, here's another thing. I thought the ending was kind of, like, dull and kind of lame.
Okay.
The way, here we go, more spoilers for the end of the game. So skip to this part in the video if you don't want those spoilers.
Right. Right.
So, the story ends with Dante and Virgil being trapped in hell and having to fight their way out, which is standard. It's standard. But the thing that annoys me is that Virgil apparently didn't know that Nero was his son. And then immediately once he finds out, he just kind of goes like, oh, that's interesting, and then doesn't talk to him. They have no conversation except for just kind of like, okay, well, you beat me up, so I guess I have to be nice.
Wow.
Yeah, like that's it.
That's not good.
And so I thought that the story was kind of a wash, especially when they like hit that point.
Huh. Sounds kind of cheesy.
It was cheesy.
Yeah.
Oh my god, how do I do the thing? Oh, I did it! I did it! Yes! Finally! And I didn't do it fast enough, that's fine.
So, what's the game's biggest strength?
The game's biggest strength is its characters. Everybody is kind of, compelling, and you can get behind absolutely everybody. Even if you don't necessarily like them, you can appreciate them while they're there. I like the fact that they pulled in influence from the anime, which a lot of people consider to be non-canon. And I like the characters. I like the soundtrack. The combat's kind of a C, like, you know, C+. But everything surrounding the gameplay builds it up enough that I'm not really bothered by it.
So before we head out, do you want to play the last character?
I would love
Dante.
to play Dante.
All right, let's see Dante, everybody.
I'm so bad at Dante.
That's all right. That's all right.
Because like he's a lot stiffer than Nero, which is saying something.
All right, who's gonna say it?
No. Here's the thing. It's like a funny story about that. So I'm playing like the last couple matches of this. Like I'm playing like the last few worlds of this. Like the weekend it came out. And Mom comes upstairs and she's like, oh, are you still enjoying your game? I go, yeah, it's a fun game. And she pokes her head around and she just sees like Virgil and Dante running at each other with swords. And she looks at them in the face and goes, okay, I understand why you play this now.
Right.
And I had to be like, no, not the case.
Right. That's funny.
The funny thing is that, like, Virgil, yes, Dante, absolutely not, but they're supposed to be twins. So,
yeah.
Yeah.
Huh. Well, so, any last-minute thoughts?
Before we get to see me get murdered as Dante?
Yes.
Some
last-minute thoughts and ideas for our watchers
our honored
out there.
guests.
Yeah, for our honored guests.
I think that the DMC reboot got a bad rap. I really think that more people should give that a chance.
Yeah.
I would love to see, like, if I could see another DMC game, like another Devil May Cry game, not necessarily the reboot.
Yeah.
I would love to see them draw in more from the anime, and I would love to see them draw in more from Sparta's life. I think that a game where you play as Dante and Virgil in the same sort of switching off as levels go, like you play a level as Dante, you play one as Virgil, then you get to pick, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
I think that there would be a lot of mileage in that, especially because a lot of people appreciate the contrast between Dante and Virgil's combat styles.
Okay.
I think there would be a lot of mileage in terms of story for a game like that.
Okay.
Oh, you know what? I take that back. Dante's actually very fluid. I think I was just smoking crack.
Yeah, well, crack is today's pastime.
Oh, for sure.
Very popular, from my
yeah.
understanding.
Yeah, no, he's very fluid. What am I talking about?
Wow.
Why did I think he was the worst one?
Well, you said it yourself, you don't really... It's been a while since you played it.
It has, because I played this game, and then I played this game, and then I got my partner Brianna to play this game, and then I haven't thought about it since.
Yeah. What did she think of it?
Oh, she loves this.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. She and I actually got into the game properly around the same time, which was high school, when we decided to have an all-night games marathon with just anything that we happened to have to hand.
Yeah.
And DMC3 was one of them.
Yeah.
It was your copy of
It was.
DMC3.
Yes,
So you
yes.
started this. This is your fault.
Well, this is my fault, ladies and gentlemen. This is my fault. But it's got some longevity. This game has been here a while. It's still here.
Yeah.
It's something you keep going to. It's something you look forward to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think it's because they haven't moved too much. Like, while they'll innovate the formula, it's still the same formula. You would never mistake a Devil May Cry game for, say, a Resident Evil game, another Capcom game. You would never do that.
So essentially they've kept it what it is.
Yeah.
They haven't messed with it.
They have an identity, and they understand the value.
Yeah, okay.
They understand the value of having a formula.
Gotcha. So the formulas remain the same.
Yeah.
Gotcha. You haven't gone too wild with that.
No.
Looks like really just some improvements.
Oh, for sure.
Graphics, music.
They kind of gave a lot of people what they wanted in terms of story, which some people would call that pandering to the fan base. I disagree. I think that it was them paying off a story finally.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you gotta understand one thing about this is that there was a huge gap between the release of Devil May Cry 4 and even the reboot, let alone this game. Devil May Cry 4 came out in like 2008. This game came out in 2019. So, if we're excluding the reboot, this game hasn't seen, this storyline essentially hasn't seen the light of day for over 10 years. And there was a lot of voices in those 10 years being like, where is everybody? Where's Virgil? Where's Dante? Where's Nero? What's happening? Did Nero ever get married to that girlfriend of his? Like, we were all wondering. And the answer is, Dante's here, Virgil's here, Nero's here. No, he didn't, but it's fine.
So, is this a game that you want to see keep going?
Yes, I would love to see this franchise keep going.
So, would they be able to come out with 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and would you consistently just buy them?
Oh, of course.
No, really?
Well, they'd have to screw something up pretty royally for me to not buy them, I guess would be my answer.
Kind of introducing them first.
They introduced that in the...
Wow. I changed my opinion after seeing them on fire, folks. Pretty badass, actually. I was about to rag on it, but I can't rag on that.
It's part of the style. Like, it's part of just the game having this identity as this just fun little power fantasy.
That is pretty cool. Should they end the series?
Yes, but not yet.
Okay.
There's still a lot of stuff to be seen, but like with any kind of story-based experience, if you have a story that's just been going on for like 20 million games, you're not going to be able to get new people into the franchise. That was one of Kingdom Hearts' main problems.
Really?
Yeah, is that they had this enormous story that you need to have played 12 other games to get into. So that's why I thought that the reboot was, a good step in a good direction. It was basically the tension of 3 games into 1 game.
Yeah.
But the thing is that they kind of took the setting to a weird spot.
Okay.
Like they made it more modern, more relatable to players, I guess. Like, not that anybody could ever relate to Dante necessarily, but at least like they were like, oh yeah, he lives in a trailer by an amusement park.
Okay.
Whereas this Dante is like, he lives in his office, which is in some vaguely European city.
Did the media cover this too much, or do you remember?
I know that they covered the hype.
Yeah.
But I think it was kind of like what I did, where the media saw that it was a good game and decided there was no mileage in it being a good game, so they immediately forgot about it.
Gotcha. Huh.
Yeah.
So it didn't have a lot of staying power there, huh?
No, but I mean, I'd rather that it be a good game and get left alone for being a good game, rather than have people just constantly trying to find the fault.
Well, what is the public opinion on this game?
I don't really know.
Okay.
Mostly because I don't really... Among fans, it was positively received, I can say that much.
Yeah.
Fans enjoyed it, but... And actually, Actually, you know what? I was going to say that should come with a qualifier, but the fact is that it shouldn't. Because Devil May Cry fans are some of the most impossible to please babies.
Really?
Yeah.
How so?
Because you've got a bunch of man-children who were raised on Devil May Cry 3, which I was too, so I'm kind of in there. You've got a bunch of man-children who were raised on Devil May Cry 3, basically crushing their hearts until they cried.
Okay.
And then you introduce Nero, who is supposed to be a little bit more relatable to those people, because he's like, a little bit younger, a little bit more inexperienced. And immediately they're like, he's not Dante, I hate him.
Yeah.
He's not Virgil, I hate him.
Yeah.
And it's like, some people just want an innocent soul. That's it.
Okay.
And so then they kind of like, toughened him up a little bit and beefed him up a little bit, but they still don't have Dante taking him seriously, mostly just for the sake of how the plot works. But even then they're just kind of like, it's because he's not Dante that we hate him. And it's like, not everybody has to be Dante. Dante hasn't undergone any kind of character development at all.
Yeah.
Nero has. So I can appreciate the fact that Nero exists, if only, to give me somebody who, changes over the course of the series and gives me somebody who will still surprise me. Dante will never surprise me because Dante will still be the same swaggery idiot the entire time.
Huh.
How long have we been recording?
Well, I think we should probably wrap it up here pretty soon.
Yeah.
So.
Alright, so we'll go ahead. This thing's gonna kill me, so we'll go out on a bang.
Well, thank you for joining.
Thank you for joining us, you guys. Sorry I pissed all over Devil May Cry 3.
Alright, everybody have a fantastic evening. This concludes our Let's Play Sunday.
Q&A Sunday.
Alright, catch you all later.
Bye, guys.